Alright, welcome back to Amatsutsumi, 3rd. The closer we got to the shrine, the fewer ghosts we saw. Kyouko conjectured that is because the area around the shrine complex has purity preserving powers, which probably drives away ghosts and spirits. Yeah? Then what about this statue right over there? Why is it staring at me? Is it staring at me? Why is that statue making me question? And why does this statue have a nice pair of buttocks? Wait, then what about my guardian spirit?
いますよ、ちゃんと。
I thought spirits find it hard to enter the grounds of the shrine.
ええ、ただの浮遊霊と違って、守護霊は目的意識がはっきりしてるからだと思います。
I don't really understand. As Silicon in puzzlement, she frowns, trying to think of a way to explain it to me. I contemplate how cute she looks when she's taking card.
そうですね。なんとなく、煙たいから近づかないでおこう、みたいな。それくらいの感じじゃないかと思います。多分。
So basically, the spirits can come here if they really want to, but they usually don't want to?
はい。私の勝手な推測なので、断言はできませんけど。
I see.
そうです。
Jesus Christ, shift! It's like if I said the kotodama to someone, telling them that a certain place was annoying to be in. Or something like that. By the way, is it just me or are there a lot of people here today? Unlike the last time I came to the shrine, there are many people milling around in the shrine complex.
そうです。来週末にある灯籠流しの準備があるので。
Oh. Alright, you mentioned that ceremony the other day. So they're already preparing for that, huh?
一大イベントですから、早めに、入念に、というのが、うちの親の方針です。
Got it. But if that's the case, don't you have a lot of chores to do too? You must be busy.
いえ、そうでもないんです。せいぜい打ち合わせにいらした町の皆さんにお茶を出すとか、その程度ですね。これが夏祭りの準備になると、人手が足りなくなって、私もいろいろ借り出されるんですけど、町の外からも人が来るので、かなり賑やかで盛り上がりますよ。
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. A water lantern ceremony. A large-scale summer festival. I never experienced either of those back in the village. Very interesting indeed. Maybe I shouldn't be calling the water lantern ceremony fun, since it's supposed to be in remembrance of the dead, right?
いえ、そんなことはないと思います。
It would have been worse if you called it a corpse party. She smiles and shakes her head.
人それぞれ胸に抱く思いが違うのは当然のことでしょ。ある人にとっては辛い記憶を呼び覚ますものでも、ある人にとっては楽しいものだったりすることもある。
Finally, my stepmother-in-law have died. I am free from all this pain. Something like that? Yeah, she's right, of course.
辛い人の痛みが和らぐように何かできたらいいとは思いますが、それがイコール楽しむ人を否定することではないと私は思いたいです。
She squints up at the sky. It seems like she has something more to say. Kyouko, which group are you in? Do you find that ceremony painful? Or fun?
さあ、どうでしょうか。
She speaks softly with a slightly sad smile on her lips.
誠くんにはもう亡くなっているけれど、叶うものならまた会いたいと思う人いますか？
Yes, I do. The faces of several people who were important to me flashed through my mind. How about you?
はい。どうしても もう一度会って話をしたい。そんな人がいます。昔の、私にとっては初めての、大切な友達でした。
She turns her head and looks off into the distance. In that direction is the lake.
少し長い話になると思いますが、聞いていただけますか？
I'm all ears.
誠くんにとっては、楽しい、面白い話ではないかもしれませんけど。
I do be happy to. I can tell from her expression that she's always wanted to open up about this to someone. And I'm curious to learn more about Kyoko's past too.
ありがとうございます。10年ほど前のことです。当時、私には一つ年上の、とても仲の良い幼馴染がいました。明るくて活発で、機転が利いて、誰からも愛される、本当にいい子でした。
Kyouko went on to tell me the story of her childhood friend Suzuka who passed away. One day, 10 summers ago, Suzuka and Kyouko had gone out to the lake together. Even back then, Kyouko was introverted, but thanks to Suzuka's encouragement, she had started coming outside to play more often. Kyouko admired Suzuka and looked up to her as the big sister she never had.
鈴鹿は、湖の眺めをとても気に入っていて、いつものように浅瀬でたわいもない水遊びをしていました。危険な目にあったことは一度もなかったんです。だけど、その日。
She looks down ruefully. Perhaps it's still painful for her to remember.
私は沖へ流されそうになったボールを追いかけて、急に深みに足を取られ溺れかけました。すぐに鈴鹿が気づき、私を助けようと腕を伸ばしてくれて、私は必死になってしがみつきました。でも、そうしたら。
She hugs herself and shivers. Her gaze is directed down at her feet.
底の方から何本も白い手が伸びてきて、私の足首をつかみ、強い力で水中に引きずり込もうとしたんです。
God damn it, white people. Wait, that's...
幽霊だった。と思います。その時はパニックだったので、今にして思えば、ですけど。鈴鹿が私を守ろうと、必死になって抱き寄せてくれたのを覚えています。
She lifts her hands and looks hard at them. Maybe you're remembering what you felt on that day.
水の中で私は意識を失い、気がついた時には、大人に救助されて寝かされた状態でした。鈴鹿は、そのまま行方不明になり、今も見つかっていません。
Kyoko's voice is trembling slightly. I'm sure that to her, this isn't just a memory of long ago. It's something that weighs heavily on her even now. It must have been very hard for you. I know all too well how unimaginable the misery must be of losing your close childhood friend.
ありがとうございます。でも、私の辛さなんて、鈴鹿に比べたら。
No longer able to stop the welling up of emotion, Kyouko starts weeping silently. Kyouko, come here. I gently pull her towards me and stroke her hair. She doesn't resist and leans against me, sobbing.
私のせいでみんなを悲しませて、本当なら、私が、あの時に死んでいたはずなんです。本当は、私が死んで、鈴鹿が生きるべきだったんです。
Suddenly, a searing light flashes across my vision. What on earth just happened? I'm assaulted by dizziness, just as if I do spoken a strong kotodama. My arms and legs seem to go limp, but I manage to stay standing by clinging to Kyouko.
Makoto-kun, どうしたんですか?
I'm sorry, Kyouko. I just felt dizzy suddenly.
大丈夫ですか?
Yes, I think so. I was caught off guard by the abruptness of it, but I don't feel like I'm in any lasting danger.
よかった。
I hear her gasp in astonishment. Huh? A young girl has suddenly appeared in front of us without the slightest warning. No, this isn't a human being.
Kyouko.
Kyouko opens her trembling lips to respond.
Suzuka.
Chapter 3. Alrighty then. What? I wake up at the usual time. But my body feels heavy and my head feels fuzzy. It's the kind of feeling you get when you exhausted yourself the day before and still haven't rested up enough yet. But it's not so bad that I feel like going back to sleep. As I get out of the bed, I see Kyouko sitting in the corner of the room, looking back at me. She's not in her gothic Lolita outwear. She's casual. Hey.
おはようございます、Makoto-kun.
Good morning, honey!
本当にすみません。勝手にお邪魔していて。一応、ノックはしたんですけど。
She bows apologetically. Did we pass out then? The moment you saw that little girl? Oh, no, I'm sorry for not noticing you there. And there are two of you as well. I'm the one who told her last night that she could come here immediately if anything was wrong. If the knock on the door didn't wake me up, I must have been more tired than I thought. Did something happen?
いえ、そういうわけでもないのですが、マナちゃんとココロちゃんがまだ寝ているところで、起き出してゴソゴソ物音を立てるのも、と思ってこちらに。
Then where are we? I see. She came here out of concern for the air too. Guess we're at our house? That's very like her. Oh, you're quite an early riser, aren't you? Or maybe we are at her home? I'm confused, since Kokoro and Mana is mentioned sleeping and stuff.
いえ、これでも私としては遅めですよ。いつもはもうこの時間には境内の清掃してますから。
And some random asshole decided to pass out, and I didn't get to do shit. She smiled softly. Unlike me, she seems to be in a great mood. The reason is obvious, of course. Oh, you're still here. Hello. Just like yesterday, when I take Kyoko's hand, I see Suzuka standing silently next to her. Good morning, Suzuka. I greet her, though I don't expect a reply. She simply stands there in silence like a doll. Why am I losing vision except backwards? Wait, what? What did I? Whatever, I'm getting flashbanged. Yesterday at the bright flash of light, Suzuka appeared out of nowhere and Kyouko kept shaking her head in utter disbelief at what she was seeing. Then she wept openly for a while, her eyes locked on Suzuka. Wept, it's not swept. Luckily, most of the crowd at the shrine had packed up and left a few minutes earlier, so there was nobody to stare at us. Kyouko, is she?
はい、鈴鹿です。
Wiping her tears with one hand, she looked at me and nods.
私がずっと会いたいと思っていた鈴鹿です。あの日のままの姿です。これ、夢じゃないですよね。
No, that was reality. Though it was a little strange to be calling a ghost real. Hello. I tried speaking to the apparition, which was standing there in silence with a blank expression on its face. Kyouko had told me earlier that I should avoid interacting with ghosts or drawing their attention. But like the other ghosts we had seen on our way to the shrine, I don't feel unpleasant when I look at this Suzuka ghost. Also, unlike the other ghosts, I can see her rather clearly, not just as a human-shaped shadow. Suzuka didn't answer my greeting. Her pretty face added to the impression that she looked like a life-size doll. Since she had called out Kyoko's name at first, I thought she should be able to talk. But more importantly... Kyouko, did you do this? Well, since you're a shrine maiden, thought maybe you're able to summon ghosts or something. She shook her head quickly.
そんなことできるわけありません。できたら、とっくの昔にやってました。ずっと鈴鹿に会いたかったんですから。大好きな鈴鹿にも会えないのに、霊感なんかあってもって思ってきたんですから。
It was a good point.
私はむしろ、誠くんが呼んでくれたのかと思いました。
I don't have any power like that either. It was a mystery. And it was too convenient to have been a coincidence. My best guess was that Kyouko could have somehow used my power to summon Suzuka.
本当は、私が死んで、鈴鹿が生きるべきだったんです。
Well, when I held her hand, I was able to see ghosts like she did. Maybe, conversely, she became able to use kotodama? Of course, all I could do was hypnotize.
そうですか。
Hypnotize.
でも、
Hypnotize.
とにかくよかった。鈴鹿。
Kyouko knelt down in front of Suzuka and wept with happiness. Meanwhile, Suzuka just stood there with that blank expression. Her eyes sometimes moved slightly, so she wasn't entirely unresponsive, but she looked like she wasn't paying any attention to the world of the living. I felt bad to inject a dose of reality when Kyouko was so happy, but I had to ask. So, what should we do now?
というと?
Yeah. Kyouko looked at me uncomprehendingly. As I thought, she was too occupied with her long-time dream coming true for her to think about anything else right then. Honestly, I wasn't exactly perfectly calm either, after everything that had happened over today. I mean, you always wanted to meet Suzuka again, but what did you plan to do after that? Probably her main goal had been to just see Suzuka's face one more time. But now that Suzuka appeared, things wouldn't just end there.
お礼を言って謝りたいと思っていました。
She nodded, then turned back to Suzuka.
私を助けてくれて本当にありがとう。それと、ごめんね。苦しかったでしょ?
Tears welled up in her eyes again as she spoke to Suzuka. Suzuka remained as silent as ever. Maybe she didn't recognize Kyouko because 10 years had passed? No, that couldn't have been it, since she had called Kyoko's name at first. It looks like she's not in a state where we can communicate with her properly.
みたいですね。大半の幽霊はそうなんです。でも、鈴鹿はさっき私の名前を呼びました。鈴鹿としての記憶と意志が残っているということだと思います。だから、
So?
鈴鹿がいつまでいてくれるのかはわかりませんが、もう少し様子を見たいと思います。
I see. Based on what she had said earlier, I guess she would want to properly mourn Suzuka's death. Because Suzuka's body was never found, Kyouko was never able to fully accept and process her death. So my guess was that she wanted to meet Suzuka's ghost as a way to get closure after all these years. If so, what Kyouko needed to do now was to help Suzuka leave this world and go to heaven. And that's something that I could do. I think I can probably help Suzuka pass on from this plane using my kotodama power. Of course, I've never done such a thing before. But Kyouko had said on the way here that ghosts are like thinned out fragments of leftover life force. If that's the case, kotodama, which is a power based on life force, should have a high chance of working on them.
それは、待ってください。お願いします。私、鈴鹿と、もっと話をしたいです。
I understood her feelings well. She had just met someone who normally she would never have seen again. Of course she wouldn't want to let go of that. But I felt that just keeping Suzuka by her side without understanding the situation properly would lead to problems eventually. Maybe if Suzuka could become Kyoko's guardian spirit or something. Okay, you can do whatever you need to. I might have been the catalyst that caused this to happen, but at the end of the day, this was Kyoko's issue to solve. For the time being, Suzuka's ghost didn't seem malicious or dangerous, so I decided it would be fine to wait and see what happened. If by some chance things started looking like they were going bad, I could always step in and solve things then. We might be walking a tightrope, unable to see what lay ahead. But that was no different from my whole adventure in coming to this town in the first place. I think I'll head home now. I don't want to get in the way of your reunion with Suzuka.
休んでいかれなくて大丈夫そうですか?
She looked at me with concern, thinking about how I had staggered earlier. Thanks! But I think I'm all alright now. I guess we did head home then.
わかりました。本当に今日はいろいろと何から何までありがとうございます。
It's fine, don't worry about it. I had fun too. But if you need anything or anything is wrong, contact me right away.
はい。
Okay. See you later then.
はい。さようなら、誠くん。
She had bowed politely, and I turned to leave the shrine grounds. But after a few moments, I suddenly felt like an invisible hand had grabbed me and pulled me backward. I guess we're not gonna go on then. What? I rolled back to face the two of them, but there was nothing there.
誠くん、どうしたんですか?
Kyouko ran up to me, wide-eyed. I suddenly felt like something pulled me backward. Did you see something?
いいえ、何も見えませんでした。
Then I guess it wasn't a ghost.
はい。今ここにいるのは、私と誠くんと鈴鹿だけです。
Then I wonder what that was just now. There was a pretty strong pull I felt.
やっぱり、少し休んでいった方が。
No, that wasn't a stagger just now. I was literally pulled backward by something. I was still curious about what that could have pulled me. But since it wasn't a ghost, I decided to ignore it. So I guess we are going home after all. I might have just imagined it after all. Sorry for scaring you. I'll leave for real this time.
はい。お気をつけて。
We're not leaving, are we? She bowed again, I waved goodbye, and started walking away, more carefully this time. But after I had walked a certain distance, I felt the pull again. I couldn't take another step. After that, Kyouko and I experimented with the phenomenon a little bit. We soon realized that the pulling force appeared once I separated more than about 10 meters from Kyouko. It was pure speculation, but we concluded that some kind of link must have been formed between the two of us to channel our powers. We couldn't predict whether it was temporary or permanent, but we had no way of cutting it. After brainstorming some more, we decided that I would take Kyouko back home with me, to the Oribe household for the time being. And now the question arises from me. Will she be our new sister? Of course, Suzuka came along too. That too. But then again, nobody can see it other than me and Kyouko. I ended up using my kotodama to convince Kyoko's family to let her sleep over. At first, I let Kyouko try to speak a kotodama using our link. But it seemed she hadn't become able to freely use kotodama after all. When she spoke to her parents, it just came out sounding like regular words, and I didn't feel my power being used. Actually, her parents seemed to really love and trust her, so even without her power of kotodama, they weren't strongly opposed to the idea. They were mainly worried about whether the Oribe family would be inconvenienced by Kyouko staying at their house. And they were actually happy that Kyouko had made a close enough friend to be invited to their house. As for Azuki-san and Kokoro, I used my kotodama to tell them to think of nothing of it if they saw Kyouko inside the house. The only problem was what to do with Mana. I explained the whole situation to her and asked her to cooperate. After hearing the story, she seemed pretty annoyed but finally agreed. Her one condition was that Kyouko would sleep in Kokoro's room with her, not in my room. Damn it. And that's more or less what happened yesterday. Now it's the next morning. By the way, Mana tried touching Kyouko too, but she wasn't able to see Suzuka or any other ghosts. So there must be something special between me and Kyouko after all. Mana was not very happy about that, or the fact that I had to stay within 10 meters of Kyouko at all times. She asked why I didn't just solve the whole situation by blowing away Suzuka's ghost with my kotodama. Then she even started trying to deal with herself. After much begging and putting it from Kyouko. It's some words for me as well. She reluctantly said she'd wait for a while. But as I warned Kyouko, the longer this drags out, the more likely it is that Mana will try to intervene again. Even ignoring Mana, we can't live within 10 meters of each other forever. So once Kyouko is ready, we'll have to find a solution.
Makoto-kun, お茶です。暑いから気をつけてくださいね。
Thank you, honey. Thanks. I think some more a sip on the tea Kyouko prepared. Kyouko anticipates that Suzuka's consciousness will grow stronger the longer she stays with us. Eventually, maybe we can talk to her properly. Even Kyouko admits that it's nothing more than a hunch, or maybe even just wishful thinking. How is Suzuka now?
ぼーっとしていますね。
Kyouko reaches her hand out to me. When I grasp it, I see Suzuka looking at me blankly. Our together child. Or maybe she's looking through me? Looks like our together child, to be honest. Her gaze is distant, so it's hard to tell. It reminds me of how cats sometimes stare at nothing. She does seem a little more mentally present than yesterday, but not to the point that we would be able to communicate with her. Kyouko is looking at Suzuka with a truly contented smile. Since Suzuka is still how she was 10 years ago, they look like less childhood friends and more like sisters, or even a mother and her daughter. Yeah. Kyouko said Suzuka was like an older sister to her back then. So maybe she's enjoying the feeling of having the opposite relationship now. Looking at how happy Kyouko is, I'm glad about what's happened. But at the same time, I worry about how painful it will be for her to let Suzuka go for a second time. Still, all I can do for now is try to make things go as well as possible on the way to that eventual parting. And now I can end the episode right here. I've recorded 3 episodes in just one day. Well, different hours, but still, kinda missed playing it, so yeah. Other than noticing that, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe. It's free. Thanks.